Hey YouTube, Dawson Rider here with a review of S.H.Figuarts Akiba Red from Akibaranger. And if you have not seen Akibaranger, don't know what it is, you need to go find out right now, because it is honestly one of my favorite tokus. It is absolutely awesome and hilarious and just fantastic. But so, let's go ahead and start with the accessories. Wait a minute, they're changing the direction of this review. I would never start with accessories. We must defy the producers and do the packaging as usual. So here's the packaging, a very bright and colorful packaging, very fitting of Akibaranger's whole motif and style. Got a picture of the figure right there, this rainbowy star stuff here. And then it says Figuarts at the top here, you've got their logo at the back. A picture of Akiba Red here on the side, logo. Same deal over here, different pose, same logo. On the back here it shows some different poses you can get him in with z-kun by himself and with the Deca Ranger cuffs that come with Deca Red. Top, some more bright stars, bottom numbers. So really nice packaging that just fits the style. So now we can move on to accessories because we are controlling the destiny of our own show. As usual, you do get fists on him, which just basically come with them, and then a bunch of different hands. Got pointing hands, more pointing hands, which are very fitting of Nobu, slapping hands, holding the z-kun hands, more relaxed hands. You get two different scarves, or I guess scarves? Man, I don't know. This is just kind of the regular version, which is just lying down, and then you have this flowy version, which I'll show off when I get to them. And then you get z-kun in its gun mode here, which is fairly nicely detailed, as you can see. I mean, I know you wouldn't have it. Well, I guess they do when they're communicating. But it'd be kind of nice to get the girl version when it's a doll of z-kun. And then for a bonus, when you get this, you get 3 Tamashii stands: Akiba Red one, yellow, and blue. And there's nothing special about them other than they're Tamashii stands, and I really don't like Tamashii stands. But for people that like Tamashii stands, that's cool for you. I'm just going to slide these over here so they can go on the stack of Tamashii stands later. So, let's go ahead and just take a look at the figure. No, Akiba Red, don't fall over. So as you can see here, you got his flowy cape, and it's super simple to switch off. There's just a little peg here, and snap it on like that. And you can see, oh, I'll show that in a second, I guess. Okay, so let's take a look at the head sculpt first. That's how we usually start out these things, right? So it's overall pretty nicely done. It's pretty accurate. They got the nice shine to it, as they usually do with the Sentai helmets in general. Same thing with the visor. Then you got a shiny mouthpiece. It's a mouthpiece, his mouthpiece here, and overall it's a pretty nice head sculpt. It looks pretty accurate. Good job on the helmet details. His chest is also very well done. Nice red paint just all around that they use for it, but they do a good job of kind of giving a glossy look for that armored type look. And then here on his chest and then like his abs, you got that clear sort of plastic, which is just like on the show. So they did a really good job of making that look good. Paint on his arms is really well done. The red contrasts nicely against the black, as you can see. There's his belt. Down here you have his legs with the red paint, the white part here. Just all contrasts really nicely, and it's made out of nice material. There's the back. As you can see in the back, there's holes for the Jetman wings. But so yeah, very nicely detailed. They got all the paint details nice, and it looks nice in that respect. Now, articulation-wise, you do have your nice 360 ball joint here, swiveling here, double elbow joint, I almost said knee joint, I don't know why it always messes up in my head, swiveling at the fist. You've got articulation here at the chest, up here, and the waist down here. 360 ball joint here that moves all around and up and down, swiveling, double knee joint, swiveling at the foot, and then you got his toe joint. So, I know I always go over that fast, but I mean, if you're watching this, chances are you know what a Figuart is, and they usually have pretty much the same articulation. Now, there are no hindrances on this guy, and not really any loose joints. I mean, compared to some other ones, this foot joint, like around here, is a little bit more easy than some of the other ones, and his legs are a little bit more easy, in particular this one, but they're not loose, like it's not going to wiggle around. But I've had Sentai and Rider Figuarts that have much tighter legs. Now, here, unfortunately, I do have a problem with this figure, which I really didn't want to because I love Nobu and I love Akibaranger so much, but he's really weird. Like, he's got really lanky and strange proportions. Like, his arms, like, they look like they go down, which just looks bothersome. I mean, like right now it doesn't look as bad, but it's just a little bit bothersome. Like you have to put it up here, but if you have it down here, it looks like they're angled down. And his legs in particular are very strange. As you can see, they're super long, and they almost have like two pieces here. So it looks like you pulled it out. Like when you have a figure art, you probably, if you have one or you've watched reviews, you've seen it where you can like pull the joint down like this, and it'll just come out of the socket. I mean, not break out, but it'll just come out of the socket to get a wider range of movement, but you'll see the gap there, and you usually just push it back in and it's fine. This looks and feels like I've done that. Like I'm like, oh whoops, I pulled it out, and I kept trying to do this when I first got it, but realized that's just the way it is. And as a result, he's really like awkward. He's like some sort of really giant like nerd guy that's like really skinny and giant and has a hard time standing, and like his poses can come off as awkward, and he's just really strange to pose. Like I was trying to get him in some poses and like his legs just don't cooperate sometimes, and it's really kind of sad because I don't really care for the mold they chose for this guy. I think the figure itself looks pretty decent, but the mold's just strange. I'm just gonna really quickly switch his hands out here for the holding hands. Not like he's gonna hold someone's hands, but just so I can show him off with the Akibaranger cuffs, because I said I was gonna do that. And I don't want to be made a complete liar out of, because there's been many times I'm like, oh yeah, we're totes gonna do that later, and then I get to the editing room, I'm like, oh crap, I didn't do that. That's why I shouldn't say things so early on. And this is really early on, because providing Akiba Red goes up before this, I said I was going to do something in the previous review. So you got the Akiba Red cuffs, or the Akibaranger cuffs, I guess, and you separate them to make claws if you want. I mean, you could have them sort of holding it on their own, like he's going to cuff someone. I don't know how you would figure that out exactly, but I'm going to do it like this. So he can be all like, I'm going to get Akiba Red's penultimate power. Oh my god, it's SPD Red. No, Akiba Red. No, I'm just actually here for an SPD event, but I appreciate you being a fan. But so you can see, that's really cool. He can be all awesome and stuff. Let's see if I can get him to stand for the final verdict like this. So they do make him a bit top heavy, as you can tell. So it will take a little bit of maneuvering, and he lost his scarf. So there we go, he's holding him. Let's hope he holds it. No! I wanted you to hold it for until we got to the final verdict. Come on, you can do it for me, buddy. Please? Come on. Come on, pal. See, as you can see, like, he's just really weird, like his leg just buckled, and his arm just came off, or his fist just came off. But anyway, I'll just start talking while I'm posing him. Overall, this is kind of an odd figure for me, because I was super looking forward to it, because, as I've said many times, I'm going to lean him up against here. I love Akibaranger, and I love Nobu, and I was really looking forward to having a figure to represent him, but he's just really odd. I still think he's really nice looking in a lot of ways. The details on him look really cool, and they did a good job on the paint, and if you get him in certain poses, he looks really good. It's just, I don't really care for his mold. They got a really weird lanky mold on him that makes him difficult to just do some normal poses, so I really don't want to say pass on him, so I'm going to say if you're a huge Akibaranger fan, like me, or just like him in general, or just like the designs and you've never seen it, I still don't think you'll be that disappointed. I recommend it just on, it's really cool to have a figure for Akibaranger, and this is probably the best one they have, but he's just really weird. Like, I really just don't want to say pass on him, but he's strange but cool. Kind of like Akibaranger, so I guess it's fitting. But sorry if that was confusing. But yeah, that's about it. Until next time, make sure you check out WritersRangersRambles.com for token news in the craziest way possible. And of course, I mean Writers, Rangers, and Rambles. There's not a second and there. So until next time, Dawson Rider, signing out.